This movie is filled with blood, lots of blood, and violence, extreme body horror, and flashing lights. If you don't wish to follow me, that's understandable. I wouldn't want to put you through that. If you want to watch any other video, that's fine. Have a good day. If you don't want to, peace. Warning: the following video is made by a horror fanboy with opinions that are just his own. You don't have to take them seriously if you don't want to. Okay, folks, so seeing as we're near the ending of Ceptember, though some things will bleed into, who cares, I have to say that it's been fun so far. But we are still a fucking horror channel, so this makes up to have a movie that's both. Both, I guess. I mean, Tetsuo the Iron Man's kind of cyberpunk, I guess. But it's interesting, so to help me out, is actually a star of the movie. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Iron Man. So, I tend to start these reviews off with a bit of a bias. But seeing as I've never actually watched this movie till this year, I can't really say I have a bias. It's been fun. I liked what I saw. I just don't have a bias for once. Good or bad. That being said, I figured I'd give it a shot, and again, so far no biases. Okay, so this movie starts out kind of interesting with a man walking down the street with a lot of interesting imagery as the man sits down and operates on himself. Putting a metal rod on himself to find bugs. What is this? Kaiser Permanente? This also later comes a big important issue later as he goes to work. While waiting for his train to we find a mechanical nightmare of blood, body parts, and machinery. And I'm going to call this the mechanical fetus. This mechanical fetus is here, just lying here, as this woman kind of pokes it. You know, if she played Darkseid or Soma, she'd know not to poke the mechanical fetuses. But this woman, after she pokes the fetus, she now becomes part of the Borg and chases the man down. But clearly, this bitch doesn't understand privacy. This man's in the vicinity of the men's bathroom. She should wait, like every stalker killer does. What the fuck? So, after this, he runs away and goes to his garage. And this is probably the most interesting scene I feel like it is. Because it's probably the most realistic fighting scene in a horror film. Aside from, like, a few other movies. Because, like, Tetsuo here isn't fighting because he's a fighter man. He's not a hero like Ash Williams. He's not a fighter. He's a man trying to survive.
Easy one, the world from Scotty to Hottie. To McIntyre.
There's a lot of things I can't show you in the next coming scene because it's really graphic and I'd get my channels taken down. But while I can't show it to you, I can show his reaction as the hero gets pegged. Yes, fucking nailed it. Same joke twice in a row. Fuck yeah. I'm on that next level 200 shit. Always original. Fucking nailed it. Wesker would be proud, wouldn't you, Wesker?
I don't know.
But I guess this other man here trying to get his Usher on, but he can't let it burn. It was only just a dream as well, so hey. Haha. What? Double the joke? Haha. Clever. Imagine having really weird, rough sex with your wife, and then she just kind of gives you these eyes in the morning after, or you just have this like weird session where she pegs you for an hour. And this was deadliest intent in her eyes as she tried to feed her Bachelor 6 dinner. But sadly, Dr. Octopus ruins the heat of the moment when he tries to ruin dinner yet again with his drill, leaving the wife, much like me watching this, with the most confused face. Overall, the scene ends with him just kind of fucking his wife to death. Men, am I right? And then it's kind of like running away to join the Borg hive mind. But also, like, for some reason, there's an extreme version of the Mega Man boss here and dies, but not really. I don't know, it's weird. But hey, it's also MGS5 now. You know, after all that rough weirdness, it would be really interesting to see what happen next year. I mean, now that he's fully bored out, what could happen? Oh, but a phone call. Checking on his dead wife. Also, it checks on him to tell him that he's going to die, and reveals that he was in a car accident from the beginning of the film. Wait. Okay, something I've asked about this movie. Has Tetsuo been a zombie the entire time? Like, he's clearly dead at this point, but like, I think he's a zombie. Is he? I don't know. Something correct me please down below. It doesn't make sense for him to have to get rid over by a car and die, but survive. And die in an explosion, but survive. Unless he's an immortal zombie. Like Swamp Thing, but machines. So this movie's actually not that long, so we're actually at the final battle. Well, part of the final battle, if you can call it that. And this wasn't one fought with power and might, or strategy, but corrupting liquid and strategy, as the other Iron Man reanimates his dead wife's corpse to attack him while his guard is down. I mean, it's not his fault really. He should have saw that coming. He literally was there to preserve his dead wife's body. He's Devil Man. Sure, alright. And much of the water Sandy used from Part 3 of JoJo. But alas, the fight is cut short with corrupting Iron Man to try to use his weird everything attack power. This movie is just Leo David led a chance. This fight is still one line over matter, but now they're just racing each other. Superman and Flash? Nah. Iron Man and Iron Man. Wait, I have a good idea here. Hear me out.
Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Pushing on through until the battle's won.
But this is how the story ends. It ends with our hero, Iron Man, being crushed in his great magnetic field. Only to survive, but can he walk at all? Or if he moves, will it fall? Well, we actually get an answer here, because Deus Ex Machina happens, and remember that razor I said from earlier? Well, it turns out since it was a fresh razor he cut himself with, thus having no rusty parts to it, he can still move and kill Flame Man here. I'm not sure how, but okay.
Now I've got your power.
I like that this movie is interesting in a way that's shot interesting. It's a fucking great movie. It's very experimental, using a mixture of stop motion with industrial horror and beautiful and gory body horror to kind of express the moral of the movie. While I don't think there's a moral to the movie, clearly there has to be. The director uses Super 8 cameras instead of more modern cameras, despite this being in like the early 80s, so Super 8 wasn't necessarily necessary. Honestly, there's really good cinematography as well. Things that felt like they're supposed to be dread have dread. Taking this man's here, it is beginning scare. It's pretty terrifying, and it's filmed that way too. And I also like that it doesn't tell a story with words, but with actions. Sure, there is words, just not an entire script worth of words, and that's okay. What I didn't like is, one thing I really didn't like about it was the stuff that I can't really show, and I could feel other things too. Like, for example, his drill penis, the pegging. Maybe it's just me, baby. I don't know. Again, I didn't feel like there was a moral to it. I also feel like it was a self-snuff film at some point where he's just drilling holes into him. Like, I don't know. It seems kind of weird to me. Although, hey, overall score, I give it a solid 10 out of 10 still. It's worth your time. You can find it on archive.org for some reason. So you don't need to spend $99 like Amazon says you have to. You know? Hey, Iron Man, you okay? He's fine.